step into the classroom. So these are some things that I want you to do before you enter school, starting Monday morning, okay? Well, actually Sunday night. What I want you to do is I want you to make sure, and I know you have breakfast here too, but if you could also have breakfast at home, whether you have oatmeal or eggs, pancakes, waffles, all of these foods are very good brain foods. You can also eat when you get here too, because we want to make sure that we have a lot of energy, but we don't want to overload ourselves where we feel really, really tired. Because I know after I eat too much food, I get really, really tired, and then all I want to do is sleep. That's not what we want. We want to give you enough food, but not too much food where you feel like you're going to fall out, because we don't want anybody passing out on the test, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make sure you come in Monday morning with a good breakfast, and if you can't, then you definitely have to eat the breakfast that's here. Okay, you want to make sure you get your milk, you make sure you get your fruit. All of these things are very good brain food, which is what we really, really need. Okay? The second thing that needs to be done on Sunday night and every night next week is I want you to make sure you go to bed early. Now, I make sure that I always go to bed early because otherwise I walk in like a zombie. So I make sure I get at least 8 hours of sleep. Don't tell anybody, but sometimes 10. Okay? Don't tell anybody because they're going to think I'm like a baby or something. But 8 to 10 hours is perfect. Okay, you want to make sure that you get enough hours so that when you wake up, and you get here, your eyes are ready and you will be in the zone. Very good. Okay, so I want to make sure that you get enough sleep. 8 to 10 hours is good. But remember, tell your parents, I got to go to bed. I got a big test tomorrow. I got to get all my sleep. Mrs. Craig said, I have to get all my sleep. Okay, so I need to get at least 8 to 10 hours. So I can wake up, get my breakfast in the morning, and be ready. We got our wristbands on, and we're ready to be in the zone. Very good. You guys are a very good audience. Okay. The third thing that I want you to do is you have to make sure that you be on time. And what is the purpose of being on time? Why would you not want to come in here late?
Because if you come in here late, you will have to sit downstairs and you won't be able to go in your classroom because they're going to start testing.
Exactly. They're not going to wait for you, unfortunately, so you have to make sure that you get here on time. Otherwise, you're going to have to take it during makeup week. So you want to make sure that you get here on time so that you can start with the rest of your classmates. Very, very, very important. So you're going to get the 8 to 10 hours of sleep, but you're also going to make sure that you get up on time so that you can be here on time, so that you could be in the zone. Very good. Okay. The last thing that I want you to do is I want to make sure that you come in prepared. Okay, I know your teachers might have some pencils for you, but if you bring in pencils too that are sharpened, that's even better. Okay, because you want to make sure that you have enough in case the point breaks. So you want to make sure that you come in prepared with your pencils. I say 5. I always send my kids off with 5 just to make sure, because I know sometimes they break. So I want to make sure that they have 5 pencils with erasers just in case they make mistakes. Very good. You guys are an awesome audience. Okay, so you want to make sure that you come in prepared. Okay, so let's go through this together so that we don't forget. The first thing we have to eat a
Healthy breakfast.
Very good. The second thing?
Go to bed early.
At least how many hours?
8 to 10.
Very good. And the third thing?
Be on time.
Good. And the fourth?
Be prepared.
I think you guys are going to be ready. And then therefore you'll be in the
zone.
Very good. Round of applause for all of my audience.
And now Miss Williams and Miss Hanratty.
Miss Williams and Miss Hanratty. I think you might know these people. They're really good. Okay, so you guys know that on the NJASK next week we've been preparing a lot for reading, right? So you're going to show us that you know a lot about understanding what you're reading. So Mrs. Hanratty and I are going to go ahead right now and do a little passage with you and talk about some strategies that you should do on the test. Okay? So we've got here a short passage called Homework Blues, and we'll read it out loud as you read along on the screen. Okay? It says Homework Blues.
You should see my homework tonight, Mom. Real Jordan. Let's start. and write sentences with my spelling words. I have math problems and a book report to finish. Oh, I also have a science quiz tomorrow.
You'll get everything done, said Jordan's mom in an encouraging tone. Here, have a snack first and relax a bit. Later, make a list of everything you have to do. Take the list to the fridge and cross out the items as you do them.
Jordan did feel better once he ate a snack and rested. Then he made a list for the fridge as his mom suggested. Jordan tackled his math homework first. Afterwards, he crossed off his list, enjoying the feeling of the pencil on the paper as he drew the line. One by one, Jordan worked on the items and crossed them off. After dinner, he had only 2 assignments left. An hour later, Jordan was done, and he even had time for TV before going to bed.
Thanks for helping me, Mom, said Jordan as he hugged his mom. I feel like I've really accomplished a lot tonight. So, first and foremost, as we were reading, were you understanding? Were you asking yourself questions to make sure you were understanding what we were reading? Were you maybe pausing in your mind to see if you were understanding each sentence? We're going to go over some strategies now to make sure that you were really understanding what you were reading.
It also helps you to paint a picture in your mind when you're reading the passage. Try and visualize the characters and what they may be doing and what they look like, because that will help you when you're going to answer them too. The first question here is, why was Jordan upset? A, was he did not like his teachers. B, he didn't want to study for the quiz. Or C, he felt he had too much homework. So before, I don't want the answer just yet. Go back into the story, because even if we think we may know the answer, it's good to go back into the story and then check what you know about homework, right? You guys know when you get homework and you have a lot of it, you start to feel overwhelmed and that you're not going to get it done.